Hi, my name is Nia Ray, and this is my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about how to plant begonia seeds. And by that I mean the begonia seeds that you would get straight off of a flower, not the ones that are pelleted. Pelleted seeds are much bigger. They've essentially been manufactured, or at least there's like a harder coating on the outside that the manufacturer will put on them so that it's easier to see and actually sprinkle around. But real begonia seeds, as I am about to show you, are extremely tiny. They're about the size of like little specks of dust or dirt. In fact, you'd probably just think it was dirt if you didn't know that they were seeds. So I've got my seedling mix. The American Begonia Society recommends cutting it with perlite. I haven't really had to do that for my own seedlings. I did it the first time, came up just fine. Didn't do it the second time, came up just fine. It's a trial and error process. Hi, kitty. Anyway, let's dump this in here. So right now I'm just dumping as much soil as I think I would need to fill these little containers. So I have about half the bowl, if you can see. It doesn't have to be full to the top or anything. We just want enough to be able to fill these little things. And then I'm gonna take some distilled water and pour it right inside the bowl. We want this to be super moist because begonia seedlings want moist soil. And you don't want, obviously, your medium to be really wet. You want it to be moist. But they shouldn't be floating, or there shouldn't be floating particles. And now I'm going to take my vitamin B1 start because it's supposed to be growth promoting for plants. And I just put in a capful. I am not totally sure because it's more for cuttings as far as I understand, or for bulbs, but I think it's helped in the past, so I just keep doing the same thing. Now's the part to get dirty. All right, so I'm just gonna mix this by hand. Dottie, you're so helpful at helping me mix this by hand. And it does feel a little too wet at this point, so, but I think if I squeeze out the dirt when I put it in this tray, it might work out a bit better. Meaning, like, I'll get rid of some of the water into the bowl. Are you helping? Are you helping? When you feel like your seedling mix is nice and mixed, there's no real rhyme or reason, at least for me. I just pour the water and the vitamin solution in here and then mix it up as well as I can, sort of like when you're baking. And I haven't noticed any issues with that. So now I'm going to fill these little tray holes up to the top. Just stuff them with that soil, like so. Okay, so I've moved my kitten to the other room because this next part gets a little tricky. Not tricky, but just you don't want little paws pawing at things while you're trying to do it. I have my little seedling rows. Now comes the fun part of actually taking out the seeds. And I'm going to carefully open this little paper. So what they do is they give you a little paper folded up with these tiny, tiny little specks of seedling dusts on it. They're itty, itty bitty. And I'm just going to dump a tiny bit from the paper onto this little card. On one side of this, I'm going to just tap the seeds down into these little soil wells, just a little bit of each. And then I'm going to repeat that process for as much seed that I have, because I don't want them all in the same little tray. I want them to have some room, but I also am trying to get as much as I can of these seeds into these little trays. Before I do anything else, I'm going to mark this seed. I did not do that last time and I regret it because I thought I could remember which side was which type of seed. And there you have it. There's little tiny seedling specks on here. I'm hoping I got most of these little dust-like seeds on top of the ground medium. And I'm actually gonna put them back in my little prop boxes back there. There's some red lights above a clear liquors box, and I'm gonna show you what those look like in just 1 second. This is the tray I just planted. These are ficus. I'm going to just show you about 2 months of growth. They're a little bit bigger, but not crazy huge. But I'm super excited to see what happens. These are another unidentified cane species, I believe. And they are looking super happy. I have not actually watered this soil since I put them in this prop box. So they are just in there. It's pretty humid because it's all plastic. And I just have some lights on the top for them. Yeah, it's pretty simple. So there you have it. It's pretty simple, like I said. Here's my growth soil. And then my little tiny baby seeds that I'm hoping I got most of them into the little trays. Also, if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe so you can help keep this channel going. And you should check out my other seedling videos too, because I like to grow seeds. Thanks.